My name is Danny Wallace and I am the Queen Bee. I grew up on the council estates of Preston and I was furious when I found out that the Queen was born the Queen. So I set about creating the I am the Queen Bee movement to help more people show up at wider horizon and reclaim their birthright to success. There's this quote that goes, aerodynamically bees should not be able to fly, their little wings shouldn't get their fat little bodies off the ground, and bees don't care what humans think is impossible, bees fly anyway. And so I wanted to create a space and a community where we could do what bees do when they're building something new and festoon and link arms and help each other.
I need to get to know this woman. I need it in my life.
Who is this woman? I need a piece of that.
As a survivor of domestic abuse and homelessness and clawing my way back up from rock bottom, I wanted to be able to put my hand behind me and say, come with me. You don't have to struggle.
I had a dream of something that I wanted to do, and Danny, she got me there.
You're just me!
How the bloody hell did I get here?
Often as business owners, we hide behind our businesses. But as the saying goes, closed mouths don't get fed. If you're not speaking about your business, who's going to know about it? If you're not speaking about your mission and how you can help people, how are you going to help the people you want to help?
I just made a wish come true.
A speaking coach is somebody who's going to be the hands at your back.
Wow, Danny made a wish come true. She helped me get there.
I'm buzzing.
It's life-changing. What an amazing journey. Oh my goodness me, I loved it. Oh, I loved it.
We actively encourage people to be themselves because that's the most magnetic thing about you. What people gain when they participate and be inspired is that spark of belief in themselves that creates a furnace, that creates a bonfire, that creates an inferno.
Wow, wow, wow.
It has been the full shot of life-changing.
It doesn't stop there. Community creates bonds and friendships that are absolutely forged for life. It really does become so much more than speaking.
How you feeling?
It felt like I'd picked up to this really enormous thing.
That was awesome.
Epic, phenomenal. It was a bit more intense than I thought it was going to be.
Exhilarating.
Went fast. It felt amazing.
Exhausted.
Thinking at all about wanting to stand on a stage yourself or running a workshop, get in touch with Danny, you will not regret it.
You want somebody like that in your corner.
It was brilliant, the atmosphere was set, the stage was set, and it was special.
The Be Inspired Mastermind is for anybody who is ready to take the leap to the next step in their business. You can get in touch with me by following me across the socials at the Queen Bee Danny, or you can head on to my website where you can learn more about the incredible things that we do as part of IATQB. It's www.iamthequeenbee.co.uk. That's peace. Hello, good morning everybody. I feel like that this camera is a little bit like dodge. Is that any better? I don't know. Hello, can you, right, first of all, we need to check out this. Can you all hear me? Can you all see me? Like, where are you all in the world? And I mean, like where are you all in the world? Because I'm not in my studio, am I? I'm not in my office. It feels a little bit strange seeing me out of context. But as long as you can hear and see me, we are on to a good one. I'm going to put my makeup on whilst I talk to you this morning because today I am coming to you from Bath. I think it's like Bath. We're in between Bath and Bristol. We're in the middle of one, the arse end of nowhere. But actually, last year, me and my incredible friend, colleague, Be Inspired alumni, Nikki James, we put together a phenomenal mastermind called the Rockstar Level Up Mastermind, right? And we spent the most wonderful 6 months with these phenomenal humans, rock stars, right? Helping them with their branding, helping them with their business, helping them with their with how they show up in the world. And at the end of it, it was meant to culminate in this this big retreat where, you know, we would treat them like rock stars and they would have a phenomenal time and we would, you know, look after them and love on them and hold space for them and all of that sort of stuff. And because of COVID, because in January we got plunged into lockdown, we had to postpone, and we wanted to postpone to a time when we thought, you know what, we're going to get away with this. And it's now. So we are now in Bath, in the most beautiful. What even is it? It's like an estate. I'll go live later on and I'll show you around properly. This is the living room that we're in. This is just like one of the living spaces. But I'm going to be spending the next 3 days here with 9 of the 20 of us to hold space, to strategize, to reconnect, and make plans for the last quarter of the year as well together. We've got some really cool things planned for them, really cool activities planned. We've got some fun activities planned as well. So we've got a private chef coming this evening who's going to cook us up a storm, really posh situation for us. So we're all going to feel like A-listers. Oh, my hair, right, you guys, my hair is down, but my hair is not done. And as such, it just feels very sort of flat to my head and very long, and I put my makeup on and it's doing my head in already, but I can't find a sodding bobble to put my hair up in. It's making me feel a bit funny. Anyway, welcome. Took me 6 minutes to get to the welcome to the show, Rise Up Show, with me, your host, Danny Wallace. I hope you're feeling good and ready to rip up this week. Now the majority of kids are mostly back at school. Is anybody still waiting for their children to return to school? If you are, I am so sorry. I commiserate with you. I know the summer holidays have been a long old time, and you might want to feel like, oh, I just want to get back to frigging work. If the kids have gone back to school, how are you feeling? Oh, I am so happy. I'm so happy because they wanted to go back to school as well. I mean, with the exception of Poppy, she struggles a little bit. They wanted to go back to school as well. Ivy could not wait. She could not wait. So Mondays, what are Mondays all about here on the show, Rise Up Show? Mondays are all about intention setting, getting yourself set up for the week, ready to be accountable, ready for some focus, ready to, I think, when you don't set your intentions for the week, it leaves things really open-ended. Give yourself a quick side parting on the other side, flipping the hair over will give you volume. Thank you very much for this. This is she, like this, over this side. My hair needs dying again. Yeah, it'll give me volume, and then I'll flat this. Woo. Oh, she's got woo hair. I'm worth it. I'm going to actually straighten it and make it look nice. I'll send a picture later on to you guys. Like you asked about my hair. It's so weird seeing my hair down and how very long it is. But when I was talking to the glorious Jodie Salt last week, we were talking sort of about perimenopause and the fact that I'm 37 and I think that I'm experiencing, and I don't know if anybody's an expert on and wants to come and speak about this, like I would love that. But perimenopause, and my hair feels like it's thinning out. I always had fine hair, but lots and lots of it. So it always felt like I had thick hair. I always go to the hairdresser and they go, God, you've got fine hair, but there's loads and loads of it. Whereas now I've got fine hair and I feel like it's getting thinner. I don't know if now I've sort of had my babies. So I was pregnant for 3 years. So my hair was quite thick when I was pregnant. But I feel like now it's not. It's very long, but I don't know. Anyway, the reason why I wear a scarf on my head the majority of the time is because I can't be asked doing things like my hair. I'm a very busy woman. I don't want to be asked doing things like that. I'm not bothered. You can keep your bloody posh hair. I was talking to Nikki because I'm staying here with Nikki James at the moment. And I was talking to Nikki. Hang on, wait there. I was talking to, see, I found my blusher brush. Talking to Nikki about having extensions, and are extensions going to make a difference? But I don't know. Do I get it chopped off? Do I not? I don't know. Musings on my hair this morning. Not what I want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about setting your intentions. So when you don't set intentions for the week, often that leaves things really open-ended, and it's really hard to run towards something that you don't really know what you're running towards, you know? So what I like to do is on a morning is get together with you all and just work that shit out. Like, what's going on with you guys? Where are you at? What do you want to achieve by the end of the week? And then come back in with us on a Friday and check back in so that you're always on this crew cut, go all Demi Moore. And I'm with Emma Roscoe today, and she did that. She shaved her hair. She actually shaved it live at one of my events online last year. And it was amazing and emotional and all kinds of crazy. Oh my God, she looks beautiful. She absolutely does look beautiful. Like her bone structure is amazing. She just, I mean, she looks phenomenal. She actually did a talk at the last Be Inspired about hair particularly and how much emphasis we put on it, like all kinds of hair. Extensions put stress on the hair and make it thinner in the long run if you're not careful. Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about. And also, if I was to just get the clip-on ones, I don't think I would be arsed. I'm just not very good at doing my own hair, if I'm very honest with you all. Not very good at it. I'm very good at lots and lots of things, and I'm okay to not be good at some things. And my hair is one of them. So we are now just over 4.5 weeks away, just over, oh my God, over 4.5 weeks away, a month away now from Be Inspired. I've just sent an email out to everybody with the next 3 official speaker reveals with a bit more detail with regards to what these phenomenal speakers are talking about. So in your emails today, you will hear all about the glorious, I have to check my notes, the glorious Joe McMeechin. P.S. Trust me on the process of this face, by the way. Like, you are not, I do not look my best yet, and I understand. So if anyone comes on here and wants to troll me on our look, I'm not arsed, fuck off. Joe McMeechin, who's going to be talking about how we can empower ourselves as parents to help with our children's mental health in school. Because as somebody with a child who has got special educational needs, she's got sensory support requirements that she needs in school in order to thrive. Nothing to do with how clever she is, nothing to do with how not clever she is, everything to do with how she processes the world and doesn't get support that she needs at school, and how much we have to fight for that support. If we know more about how we can support our kids outside, they can thrive so much better on the inside, because these things take a ludicrous amount of time. Anyway, Joe's going to be speaking with us about how can we support our kids so that they are better equipped in the school environment, because it's so difficult for so many of them, especially off the back of lockdown, having what they've experienced over the past few years, 2 years particularly. I was talking to Ivy the other day. She actually doesn't remember a time when we were not in lockdown. So she's 5, almost 6, and she struggles to remember what normal life was like. That's a really strange concept. Poppy and Daisy are older, so they remember kind of how busy life was, how busy the streets were, how busy events were, how busy places that we went were. Like they remember that. Ivy doesn't, and it's really strange. So there's this sort of mental health fallout that's happening right now that schools can't keep up with, because even before lockdown, if you were to have a child with special educational requirements or disabilities, the wait list to get assistance for those things are ridiculous. Now it's only getting worse because the provision hasn't actually increased. So Joe is going to be speaking with us on how do we support our children, both our children who are considered sort of atypical in terms of their presentation, and also kids that have additional requirements and additional needs. How do we support our kids to prevent what is an unspoken pandemic that's happening right now of children's mental health? There is a healthcare crisis happening right now with regards to mental health. So Joe's going to be supporting us with that. Amazing. Ivy's amazing and really talented. Thank you, Marcus. That means so much coming from you. Ivy goes to a community theatre group and she just absolutely adores it. Stephanie Zickman, we've announced today, who's going to be talking about animals and consent. Not consent like that, you strangers, but actually with our fur babies, what we live with, do we pay as much attention to how we interact with them as we should? Do we put false expectations on our fur babies? What does that look like? Steph Zickman, holistic dog groomer, is going to be sharing with us how we can better support our animals in the home so that everybody has a better time. It's amazing what she talks about. So she's going to be talking about consent and pet ownership, pet guardianship. So a really, really thoroughly interesting and shocking talk on that as well. So that is, hang on, wait there, talk amongst yourselves a sec. Hang on, let me line mill it. Let me line mill it. Although, because I've got to get ready for everybody arriving, I've got to look like a rock star, and it's going to take a little while. I mean, look at me. Look at that, what I just did. What an idiot. I smudged. So Steph's going to be talking on that. And then the other speaker reveal in the emails today is the incredible Sarah Turner. So the email today is about how I didn't think I could ever top Be Inspired last time, because honestly, it was the biggest thing that I'd ever created. It got the biggest response that I'd ever created. It changed so many people in our little corner of the internet. It changed so many people's lives. It was just, honestly, just the most phenomenal emotional experience. Like, how on earth would I even come close to even equaling it, let alone topping it? And then this lineup came along. This cohort came along and completely blew out of the water any expectation that I had around what this event was going to be like, how this event was going to be for everybody in terms of topics, in terms of heart, in terms of all of these things. Just what this event was going to be like. I can't wait to hear stuff. It's amazing. I'm really lucky I get to hear all these talks, and they've changed my lives already. Nina, and what Nina's speaking about, and I'll be doing a speaker reveal for Nina this coming Wednesday. What these incredible humans are talking about is just, you won't have thought about these things and then not realize just exactly how game-changing these opportunities, these different ways of thinking are. So Sarah Turner is a perfect example of this. So what she talks about is innovation actually damaging how we think to live? Has innovation actually gone too far so that it's almost silly now? It's so damaging to things like the climate, to working conditions and all of that sort of stuff. But there are other ways that actually our ancestors used that are cheaper, more efficient, more effective, not damaging, connective, all of that sort of stuff. And I don't really want to give too much more away than that, because again, all of these talks are just so entertaining and informative that if I will do it an injustice if I talk about them too much. So they were the speaker reveals today. If you are not on my email list, if you go to imthequeenbee.co.uk, just pop your email address in at the bottom, and you'll receive these emails. I always try to make sure my emails are informative and happy, and it's not just about selling, it's about sharing with you a little bit of something that's happening in my world. Something else that's happening in my world. P.S. If you haven't got your ticket already, you need to sort your lives out, because half of the room tickets have now gone. There's 70 tickets available, 37 tickets have gone, which means we're over halfway there, and we are a month away, which means I know this event is going to sell out in the next 7 to 10 days. So if you have not bought your ticket already and you know that you're coming, please, not because I am desperate, because this is going to sell out, please go to imthequeenbee.co.uk/events and go and get your ticket, because you will be so sad that if you want to be in that room and you're not able to be in that room. So go and get your ticket. Do that today, because you'll be really, really disappointed if we get there and you can't get in. However, if you can't get in, don't worry. We've got our TV quality streaming to your home. But yeah, so that's that. That's Be Inspired. That's where we're up to. That were the speaker reveals this morning. I want to know from you, what are your intentions for this week? So the whole point of Monday mornings is that we show up together. We show up for the working week together, ready to set our intentions for the week and go and smash them out, right? And then on a Wednesday, we'll talk about whatever the buzz topic is this week. And then on a Friday, we'll reconvene and celebrate those of you that have hit those targets or that have had something to celebrate this week. So that's the way that the show works. So I want to know. So you guys have got to play along. This is all part of the community. I want to know from you, what are your intentions for this week? Get them in here. You don't realize until you hear these talks how much of a hole they fill, right? Honestly, that is incredible, really, really incredible. And this is 20 plus speakers. So on Friday, well, no, on Thursday actually, me and my incredible friend Deep Badgewa, we were talking. We were like, oh, can you remember when we went to Malta that time? And it were amazing. And I talk about this, I've written about this in my book. Lisa Johnson, my incredible friend and one of my mentors, put out on Facebook a few years ago. I'm bobbing over to Malta. This is a time when like, I had nothing. I didn't have a pot to piss in. And I think I had about 300 quid in my bank, something like that. And she was like, I'm bobbing over to Malta for a couple of days because I need to get these air miles to like upgrade her air miles. I don't know how it works with air miles. I'm sure I'll learn one day, but at the moment I don't. Anyway, so I was like, oh, she's going over to Malta. I wonder how much Malta flights are. She's putting it out there. So obviously, like, if I go, would she be offended? Anyway, I saw that the flights were like 69 quid and I just went. And as many of you know, that experience completely changed my life. I went away with multiple 5, 6, 7 figure earners, earning the kind of money that I have never dreamed of in my life, earning and running businesses that were really sort of heart-led, heart-centered, that were all of those things that we talk about on the internet. They were successful, incredible women. And there was me not having a clue. I didn't know my arse from my elbow. I was gigging. I would sometimes be doing like 6, 7, 8 gigs over the course of a 4-day period. It was insanity. And I was on my knees tired. So I went over to Malta with there was no pretense. There was no like plan, so to speak. And me and Deep were talking about this the other day. And we went, when did we last just go and spend some time together? Where shall we go? And I was like, well, I like Barcelona's nice. Why don't we just bob over to Barcelona? Because it turns out train tickets and plane tickets are massively disproportionate in how they are priced. Actually, train tickets right now are insane. And given that the UK wants to encourage UK-wide travel, it doesn't really encourage UK-wide travel, right? But I went on to like Skyscanner and found a plane to Barcelona, again, about £67, something like that, return. Some people have even found for like 40 quid a return. So I said to Dave, let's book a flight. So we just booked a flight to between the 11th and the 14th of November. Because we've got Be Inspired coming up, that's going to be huge, a huge like expenditure of energy. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a huge team involved in creating it. Then we're going to launch Be Heard and Be Inspired directly after that. So mid-October, I'm going to be launching. For those of you that have been waiting, keep your eyes out. So we're going to be doing the challenge again in the Hive, the Be Heard, so you want to be a speaker challenge. And also we'll be launching for people to jump on to Be Heard and Be Inspired again for March's event. So it was like mid-November, like rocks, because none of us are launching anything. We just want a bit of a breakaway, a little bit of a breather. So once we booked our flights, we were sat there and I was like, what if this could end up being like another Malta? And if we would just put it out to our network, maybe a few people would want to pop along. Maybe just like in a very similar way to what Lisa did those years ago. Maybe now that we can travel, and for those people that do wish to travel, what if we were to make it a little bit different and just say, like, we're going to be in Barcelona. Do you want to be in Barcelona? Do you want to hang out? And we thought, right, well, remember, we got maybe 10, 12 people, something like that. 45 people are now coming to Barcelona with me and Deep Badge. Like, what the fuck is that? So, as it stands today, 45 people. So, because me and Deep just put out a post saying, "Hey, we've booked to go to Barcelona. We're just going to go and hang," because I know that some of the best, most beautiful, incredible conversations happen in the in-between space, right? So I've been on masterminds. I'm running, like I run retreats. I'm running a retreat with my incredible, one of my best friends, Nikki James. Hi, she's in the back. Come say hi. She's got a penny on. Have you got any? She's got a white dress on and she's having a breakfast, so she's put a penny on. Look. Actually, it looks nice.
It's
you
quite
look
good with it, isn't it?
You look like something fresh out of ABBA, like Mamma Mia.
Oh, I want to be from Downton Abbey. Although Mamma Mia would be good. Mamma Mia.
Well,
She'll never have me on camera
entertainment.
again.
I'll always have you on camera. So we're running a retreat for the next couple of weekends. She's there in a pinny. She just so she don't muck down her. Beautiful. I can't get over how much that compliments your look. Like, did you bring that pinny?
No,
it was just there.
This place has been styled for me.
It has been styled. It's a very you gaff. I'm going to do a live on Instagram later on. I'll show you around. Even matches a necklace. I love how coordinated it is. So Nikki's come in. So we literally just said, we're going Barcelona. Do you want to come? But like I was saying, I run retreats. So I run the B treats. I've run retreats before. Running one right now. And whilst the facilitated sessions are always brilliant and people get so much from them, the magic always happens in the in-between. The magic always happens in the empty space when people are relaxed or they've had a drink or they're walking together or whatever, when the juices are flowing and they're not kind of being forced to do anything. And I was like, I wonder if we can like create a little bit of downtime magic for anybody who wants to join us. 45 people have seen that actually they want to come and how do 45 people even want to get a plane and come and hang out with me? I don't know, but that's exactly what's happened. So if anyone does want to come along to that, it would be great. We're going to do some pre-drinks at Be Inspired as well. So on the either the Thursday or the Friday night, I'm going to do a special sort of hours, like hang out, like pre-Barcelona for anybody that's coming along. So that's going to be really cool. So people get to meet each other prior to kind of jumping on a plane and going a few hundred miles or a couple of thousand miles to meet each other for the first time. But it really is sort of like no agenda, nothing. It was just a couple of days space between. And I think that people jumping on it, what day did I say? Either the Thursday or the Friday. I'm not too sure yet. Just a little like, we'll be in this bar. Anyone going to Barcelona, come and hang. Nothing too organized. Like I just wanted to create some space in between. You can't do Friday. So I've got to do this all around you, Nina A. Spencer. Is that right? So I don't know yet. This is literally just unfolding before our eyes. So if anybody does want to come along, it's like a little breather before Christmas or whatever. And if you like come to Be Inspired and you meet people there, it might be that you want to kind of come along. There is no agenda other than we were going to have some space between. And can you imagine? So there's 45 people that are coming along, 46, I think. 45 people coming along. I know that, I mean, particularly during Malta, I formed not just friendships, but sisterhoods, like friendships that are so close that these people now feel like family to me, who I trust with my life, my business, my secrets, my personal life as well, my professional life. Like Nikki's one of those people. Deep is one of those people. Like they're not just like, we talk about business besties, and business besties always feels like a bit, like it always feels a bit, I mean, it's nice, but it always feels a bit like forced. Whereas the relationships that you create in these sort of spaces are just dead lovely. So we're not selling anything. Like literally, if you want to come over to Barcelona, come on to Barcelona. I love being able to just randomly say, that's what I'm doing. The fact that 45 other people think that that's a great idea as well. So yeah, I was like gobsmacked. Me and Dib both looked at each other this weekend and go, what the fuck have we created? Insanity. But beautiful, beautiful insanity. And to think about the magic, the potential magic that could come off that sort of thing. So not only is there Be Inspired, which is just going to be, honestly, so life-changing for so many people on the stage, the team that are there, the audience that are there, the people watching from home. I know because I've seen this a number of times. Where are we staying? Diagonal something. I don't even know. The Sky Amelia is where we're staying. It's the Amelia Sky, something like that. Is where we're staying, which looks lush. But yeah, we literally just hopped a flight, and all of a sudden there's loads of us going. Like family that I've not even seen for ages. They're gonna be there, and it's just like it's just one of those little mental things that people follow me because of the scrapes that I get myself into sometimes. And this is like one of those scrapes. This is like a typically Danny thing to happen. And I'm never failed to be pleasantly amused by these things. I never failed to be sort of like, okay, so all right, this is what's happening now. All right, then let's roll with it. Let's see what happens. And that's exactly what's happened here. So my intention for this week is to see how that grows. My intention for this week is to sell out the room for Be Inspired, is to have that done. And I know that the room is done and that everyone's sort of sorted there. Also, one of the things that I've done this week last week is I put out in the Hive an offer to go and do some specific either speaker training or overcoming self-sabotage training for anybody who's got an audience in my audience. And again, 46 people, I don't know what it is about the number 46 people jumped on the thread. And now my Anna, my incredible PA, has got the task of fitting me in for 46 talks over the next month, which is that's insane. So yeah, my intention is to know what's happening there. And to see what my schedule is going to look like. So I am going to need that break in November by the time I get there. By the time I've done all of that talking, Be Inspired, the launch itself, and then on through to the other side, like Barcelona's going to be calling my name. Are you going to find me cozied up somewhere in a little coffee shop with a Bailey's coffee like this, rocking in the corner? Someone's just going to need to be there, like feed me grapes and fan me and just give me love and tell me I'm beautiful. If anyone wants to sort that out for me, like I'm properly there for it. But that's it for today. I want to know though, you're watching along. There's 30 odd of you across my channels watching right in this moment. I want to know, what are your intentions for this week? I'm just going to have a little scroll and see if any of you, okay, Louisa Herridge, yes, let's have a little look. My intention is to ignite serious action in my challenge, which starts today. Go and follow my girl, Louisa Herridge. Her challenge this week is going to be brilliant. If you want a bit of fire under your ass, you need to be in her life to keep as many people engaged and making waves in their businesses. Yes, Louisa, good luck. Amy Blaine is going to be cheerleading over there as well. So if you enjoy hanging out with Amy over here, head on over to Louisa's challenge. Nina is to get your flight booked and order a passport. Do that. Get yourself over there. But what are your Shona to fit in my wedding dress for the first fitting tomorrow? Is first fitting, have a big poo before you go in. So this week, I have a surprise guest for you. It's a surprise because who I originally had lined up is now not able to be a guest. So I will be squirreling away through my black book of awesome people to bring you somebody particularly epic. So keep your eyes peeled for Wednesday and Wednesday's guest on the show. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to go. Please do head on over to the Hive and go and pop your intentions in the accountability thread. I am now going to go and sort this hair out because God knows what I'm doing with it. I don't know. I think it's all right once I've got my glasses on me. I think I need maybe like a headband, or maybe I just need to put it in a chuffing top knot and put a scarf on and I've done with it. But yeah, please do go and get on the accountability thread. Share what your intentions are this week. When you set these intentions, you're telling the world, not just yourself, what you really want to be going at. And I'd love to support you with it. So I'll see you on Wednesday for Wise Up Wednesday, and of course on Friday at 9:30 for celebrations as we slide into the DMs of the weekend. But we've got a lot to do this week, you and I. Let's go and rip it up together. Hugest love. Go and get your Be Inspired tickets. You are going to want to make sure you get them very quickly. The room is selling out as we speak. I love you. Ta-ra.